There were no cars, no people, no shoppers. It was just dead. 5:15, after the ones that were there closed, if you fired a shotgun or a cannon up Market Street, only thing possible you could have hit was a wino crossing the street.
The real low time for downtown Frederick was the late 70s, early 80s. The floods had happened.
That was pretty epic. It seems like it rained for like 10 days, but not just rain, it rained for 10 days.
Every business basically in downtown Frederick got to be pumped out.
It turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Had it not been for the flood, and had it not been for the resulting flood control project, we would not have had the opportunity to see the kind of refurbishment that we've had in downtown Frederick.
One of the best things about our downtown is how Carroll Creek Flood Control has worked to allow businesses to thrive.
It wasn't quite Mayberry, but a lot of the families were kind of like Ozzie and Harriet or My Three Sons.
Downtown, you had your Montgomery Wards and you had your Sears, J.C. Penney's.
I could not imagine the Frederick that I see today when I was a kid growing up.
When I first got acquainted with it, there were cornfields right up to the city limits.
There was Ike and Tina Turner. They would come to the place called the American Legion. Me and a couple other girls and guys, oh, we're gonna sneak in the back door and see Ike and Tina Turner.
It's the place we all want to go back to. Going downtown was like an excursion. It was fun. All the shops, everybody knew each other.
We walked through, they were chanting 2, 4, 6, 8. We do not want to integrate.
There was a group of about, I'm gonna say a dozen or more black couples who decided Saturday night, whatever it was, we're going to the movies, we're not going upstairs.
Maryland is America in miniature, as they say, especially from a geographical perspective. Frederick has connections, unique connections to every chapter of our country's great history. That's your story of people like Thomas Johnson, Francis Scott Key, Roger Burke Tawney.
We had our original government with its Constitution, the Articles of Confederation, and its presidents who served one-year terms, the first of whom was Frederick, Maryland's John Hanson.
The amazing thing about our historic architecture is that it continues to have value and provide comfort and shelter and great places to shop and eat and listen to music in a building that could be centuries old.
If somebody came here from 150 years ago, I think they would still recognize and feel at home in downtown Frederick.
The redevelopment and investment in downtown is what makes Frederick what it is today. You know, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? How do you do a redevelopment scheme one block at a time?
And I think the cultural shift that we've seen is attributable to the fact that in bringing in those life sciences and biotech companies, we're recruiting in a workforce that's much higher than the median income. And those are people who want to go see live theater and want to hear music and want to go to art galleries. This stuff is all connected.
I would say diversity is the thing I like seeing the most. Different cultures that have come to town. The educational level, there are some extremely intelligent people moving our way.
Many communities around the state want to grow up to be Frederick, Maryland, as it turns out. They want that kind of live, work, play dynamic. They want that kind of tax-based growth. They want that kind of ingenuity.
We can't allow any failures to impede our progress from moving forward.
They would say, well, where are you from? And somebody would pipe up and say, oh, he lives up there in Frederick. Once things really started happening in the downtown and things started to change, those people would say, oh, he lives in Frederick.